Welcome to the season of self-love, your daily dose of inspiration and encouragement. I'm your host, Nyomi, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. This podcast is brought to you by Ask Nyomi and Elevate Me Self-Discovery. Are you ready to elevate your mindset and embrace the power of self-love? Well, have you come to the right place? Each day we'll dive into topics that will empower and inspire you on your journey towards self-discovery and personal growth. Whether you're looking to cultivate healthy relationships, boost your confidence, or find balance in your life, this podcast is here to support your every step of the way. We believe that self-love is the foundation of living a fulfilled and joyful life. And together we explore practical tips, insightful interviews, and transformative stories that will leave you feeling inspired and motivated. So join me Monday through Friday as we embark on this daily adventure of self-love. Tune into the Season of Self-Love podcast to start your day on a positive note and discover the limitless potential within yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is Wednesday, December 20th, 2023, and I welcome you back, my beautiful souls, to the Season of Self-Love podcast, and I am your host, Nyomi Banks. And today's topic, we're going to talk about transformation. Transformation. We're going to embrace change and transform into the person you inspire to be. It's about embracing change and reshaping ourselves into a person who we aspire to be. It's a journey that is deeply personal and immensely rewarding. And I'm here to guide you through it with understanding and compassion. This morning during my morning meditation and prayer session, I received a message. I've received several messages, but this one message resonated with me really clear, especially knowing that I was doing this topic today, and it was the death and rebirth message that came to me, and it called Cycles of Transformation, Rebirth, Transition to Change and New Beliefs Found, Newfound Awareness, and Endings of Symbolic Death, an initiation process. And the affirmation for that is say that I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about transitioning into the new year on a positive note, to where the things that happened in 2023, that we can use these all as stepping stones for a successful 2024, that we can go in with a positive mindset to be ready to dominate. All right? So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to discuss understanding what transformation is. All right? It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x, and make sure you tune in every Thursday night to Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We're bridging the gap between them all, and we even talk about spiritual uplifting. You need to stop by me and Dr. Mike, as well as the BTG crew. We have some amazing guests that come through. You never know. Just make sure you tune in Thursday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go to axnaomi.com and tell them Naomi sent you.
I often find myself feeling stuck in my life and like I'm not reaching my full potential. But with Elevate Me, self-discovery, I've been able to tap into my inner self and discover what I truly want out of life. Elevate Me, self-discovery is an incredible program that combines video learning, self-help, and amazing audio to guide you through a journey of self-discovery. From feeling freedom and guided meditation to self-love and empowerment, this program is perfect for anyone looking to unlock their full potential. Don't let life pass you by.
All right, it's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x here on this Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about transformation, embracing change and transform into the person you aspire to be. And it's getting us ready for the year 2024, of the year of the domination. So before we start to speak about our topic for today, did you do your breathing exercises? Did you breathe in through your nose? Well, if you hadn't, we're going to do it real quick right now, okay? All right, I want you to get into a real comfortable position. Your feet flat on the floor, back straight. Now I want you to breathe in. Inhale through your nose very slowly and count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to hold. And then I want you to exhale. I want you to do it again. Inhale through your nose. Yes, hold. Now exhale. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Now exhale. Now I want you to take your arms and just put them over your head just to stretch it out. Stretch it out. Then I want you to open and close your hands. Nice 3 or 4 times. Yes. Now bring your arms down to shoulder length. Yes. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take both and give yourself a nice big hug. And as you're doing that, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold. Release. I want you to do it again. While holding, give yourself a nice hug. Inhale through your nose. Hold. Now release. And one more time. A nice inhale. Hold yourself tight. Now exhale. Just roll your shoulders back. Roll them forward, just like that. Shake it out some. All right, that's good. Y'all ready? I just want to get y'all ready, all right? All right, so we're talking about transformation, embrace change, and transform into a person you aspire to be. And we're going to start off with understanding transformation. And we're going to dive into the essence of transformation. It's not about external changes. It's a deep and internal process involving personal, emotional, and spiritual, as well as a physical evolution. So we explore the immense benefits of embracing change and how it is a pivotal part of our self-love journey. Transformation is a journey of becoming and not just changing. Transformation is about becoming and not just changing. All right? All right, so I want to share with you on how the immense benefits of embracing change. And embracing change has an immense benefit for personal growth and development. And it is indeed a pivotal part of self-love. And I'm going to tell you why. One is about growth and transformation. Change, it pushes us out of our comfort zone and it enables our personal growth. So by embracing change, we allow ourselves to evolve, adapt, and become the best version of ourselves. It opens us up for opportunities for learning, gaining new perspectives, and developing new skills. Growth and transformation. Increase resilience. Embracing change can increase resilience because change is inevitable in life. And by embracing it, we become more resilient. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity and setbacks. And when we accept and embrace change, we develop a mindset that enables us to navigate challenges with optimism and determination. This is something that we talked about 2 weeks ago. And this is just a reminder to understand how important it is to embrace change. As well, embracing change, it can help expand our comfort zone. Embracing change helps us to expand our comfort zones. And when we step outside of what is familiar and comfortable, we expose ourselves to new experience, ideas, and possibilities. This expansion leads to personal growth and a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Embracing change helps with our greater self-awareness. Change often focuses on to reflect on our values, our beliefs, and our priorities. And it encourages us in introspective and self-discovery. So through the process of embracing change, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, of our strengths, our weaknesses, and our desires. You see, this self-love awareness is very crucial for self-love because it allows us to accept and honor who we truly are. Embracing change, it can improve our confidence and empowerment. And when we navigate change successfully, it boosts our confidence and it empowers us. And each time we embrace and overcome a new challenge, we gain confidence in our abilities and trust ourselves more. So this in turn, it strengthens our self-love and belief in our own power and our potential. In embracing change, it gives us freedom from fear. Freedom from fear. Often resistance to change stems from fear of the unknown or fear of failure. But by embracing change, we liberate ourselves from these fears. We learn to trust that we have the strength and the resources to handle whatever comes our way. This freedom comes from fear that allows us to live more authentically and joyfully. It's about embracing change in a crucial part of our self-love because it enables our personal growth, our resilience, our self-awareness, and our empowerment. But it also expands our comfort zone. It boosts our confidence, and it frees us from fear. By embracing the change, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and become more aligned with our true selves. So these are the reasons why it's so important to embrace change and how it has immense benefits on our personal growth and development. All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to talk about identifying your aspirations, all right? It's your girl, Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with NmW&x, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
Great, well, welcome back. It's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x here on the Season of Self-Love. And today, this episode is entitled Transformation, Embrace Change, and Transform into the Person You Aspire to Be. And in our last segment, we talked about understanding transformation. And I gave you some reasons of why it is very important to embrace change, or how the immense benefits of it and how pivotal it is a part of our self-love. And now I'm going to talk about identifying your aspiration. I'll encourage you to reflect on your aspiration. So what does the best version of you look like? Ask yourself that. What does the best version of yourself look like? So in this segment, we'll discuss the importance of having a clear aspiration in your journey of self-love. Now, I'll share some tips for setting achievable goals that align with your desired transformation and help you to create a roadmap to those dreams. I'm going to share with you why it's so important to reflect on your aspiration. Because reflecting on your aspiration, it can help you to gain clarity and insight into what truly matters to you. Now, I have some tips on how to identify your aspirations through your self-reflection. And the first thing is to create time for reflection. Set aside a dedicated time in your schedule for self-reflection. Find a quiet and comfortable space where you can focus without distractions. The next is to explore your passions. Think about the activities or topics that genuinely spark your interest and bring you joy. Consider what you would do if you had unlimited time and resources. And I want you to pay attention to the moments when you feel most alive and fulfilled. And these can indicate your true passions, as well as reflect on your values. Identify your core values. Remember, I said that I had a list of 200 and something of values. The principles and beliefs that guide your life, these are your core values. So think about what is most important to you in different areas, such as your career, your relationships, your personal growth, community involvement. By aligning your aspiration with your values will help ensure a greater fulfillment for you. Consider long-term goals. Reflect on where you envision yourself in the future and what do you want to achieve and how do you want to grow and evolve. Consider both personal and professional dimensions of your life and visualize your ideal future and imagine what it will look like in detail. Assess your strengths and skills. Reflect on your strengths and skills and what you are naturally good at. What are you naturally good at? What activities or tasks bring out your best qualities? Consider how you can leverage your strengths and skills to pursue aspirations that are aligned with you. So whatever your strongest skills or aspect of you that you are naturally good at, use that, align with that. Can better help to know what your aspirations is. The next is identify patterns and themes. Look for patterns and themes in your reflections. Are you the common thread that emerge across different areas of your life? And are there recurring desires or interests? And by identifying these patterns, that can reveal to you the underlying aspirations. Next is prioritize and set goals. Once you have a clearer sense of your aspiration, prioritize them based on their importance and the feasibility. Break them down into smaller, actionable goals that you can work towards. And use the SMART method. Set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals to ensure progress. And the last one is take action. Take action towards your aspirations. Start with small steps and gradually build momentum. Be open to adjusting your goals as you learn and grow through the process. And remember that self-reflection is an ongoing process, so continuously to revisit and refine your aspirations as you evolve and gain new insights about yourself, because it's not going to stay the same. As you begin to grow and open up yourself more in life, there are going to be new things, new visions, and yes, new aspirations that's going to change. That's going to change. Doing these tools and stuff like that will open up your mind more to things that were hidden, talents and gifts that are hidden deep down within you, buried down there just because of fear or self-doubt. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right. Next, I want to talk about, we're still talking about aspiration and identifying your aspiration. And I wanted to talk about how setting achievable goals that are aligned with your desired transformation, how it can create a roadmap to your dreams and to your success. And it would begin by having clarity of your vision. Start gaining clarity on what you want to achieve and why it is important to you. When you hear me say, what's your why? And honestly, if it's any motivational class or course that you're taking, or any business, class or course that you take, and one of the first questions that they ask is, what is your why? What is your why? I have right here on my board, on my wall, I have my 10 whys. 1 through 10 I have written down on my whys. And I started this off in 2020. This is 2020. We're now in 2023. Now I have some of my whys, change. No, not really. No, not really. I probably can take one off and replace it with something else. But no, what it's up there for my whys there, why they're there. My daughter, my husband, my mother, the world, all of that's there. It's kind of the same. It's kind of the same. It's just the way that I approach them now, or the way that I use actionable tasks for them. Does that make sense? So even though I know my why now, I knew it then, but now I know how to achieve those whys in a more positive way. And that goes to SMART goals. Use the SMART framework to set goals. And what is SMART? SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I say this a lot. So make sure your goals are well defined, measurable, realistic, relevant to your transformation, and have a specific timeline for your completion. We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Also, break it down. Break down your larger transformational goals into smaller, actionable steps. This makes your goals more manageable and allows you to track your progress along the way. Each small step becomes a milestone in your transformation journey. Prioritize and focus. Prioritize and focus. Identify the key areas of your actions that will have the most significant impact on your transformation. Prioritize them. Focus your energies and efforts on those areas first. And by focusing on what matters most, you maximize your chances in success. And set milestones. Create milestones or checkpoints along your transformation roadmap. These milestones serve as markers of progress and keep you motivated. So celebrate each milestone achieved as it reinforces your commitment and progress towards your dreams. So remember I said last week that I was building a skyscraper, that I was going to have each one of, my small milestones to go, to one of my big goals. Not my biggest goal. My biggest goal would be on the top. You understand what I'm saying? But all of the other ones, the steps to get there, so even if you did like a map, make a map and then have, whatever it is that your biggest goal is, you have that there. But through you have the different roles. And those different roles, you have different set milestones in that. If you don't want to do the vision board or, like that, then create it that way to where it can better help you and it can be more fun and creative. Accountability and support. Share your goals and transformation journey with someone you trust. Someone you trust. That is so important. And this can be a friend, a family member, mentor, or a coach. But having someone hold you accountable and provide support can greatly enhance your ability to stay on track and overcome challenges and adapt and adjust. Understand that goals and roadmaps are not set in stone. So be flexible and willing to adapt and adjust as needed. Because life can throw an unexpected curveball. And it's important to be open to the course corrections while staying true to your overall vision. And remember, achieving transformations takes time and effort. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Stay committed to your goals and embrace the journey, because your dreams are within reach when you set achievable goals that are aligned with your desired transformation. All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. And when we come back, we're going to talk about embracing change. All right, it's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back.
Are you ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier, more fulfilling life? Introducing Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi Banks. This transformative journal is your personal guide to achieving physical, mental, and emotional well-being. With its easy-to-follow prompts and powerful exercises, you'll embark on a 90-day healing journey like no other. Each morning, as you open the pages of this journal, you'll discover thought-provoking questions, uplifting affirmations, and space to reflect on your progress. It's your secret weapon to breaking free from old patterns and embracing a healthier, sexier you. Say goodbye to self-doubt and hello to self-love. Good Morning, My Sexy People will empower you to make positive changes every single day. You'll develop healthy habits, cultivate gratitude, and unlock your true potential. Whether you're seeking to improve your fitness, boost your confidence, or find inner peace, this journal is your trusted companion. It's the support system you need to stay motivated, focused, and inspired throughout your journey. Don't wait another day to start living your best life. Good Morning, My Sexy People, 90 Days to Kick Off. Your Healing Living Journal by Nyomi Banks is available now on Amazon. Grab your copy today and begin your transformation. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself, set your intentions, and unleash the sexy, vibrant person within. Get your copy of Good Morning, My Sexy People today, and let the healing begin.
Welcome back. It's your girl, Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about transformation. Embrace change and transform into the person you inspire to be. And in the last two segments, we talked about identifying your aspiration and understanding transformation. And in this segment, we're going to talk about embracing change, because we understand that change can be very daunting, but it's also very liberating. We'll explore the fears and the resistance that many of us face and how to overcome them. And I'll share inspiring stories of individuals who have embraced the change and transformed their lives, who has been of influence for me. And my prayer is that these stories will illustrate the power of change in the beauty of personal growth. All right, so what I want to do first now is I want to share with you, I want to share with you on how various fears and resistance, on how we can overcome them. What's the common fears and resentment that we have, and how can we overcome those things? So the first thing is the fear of unknown. I am so very guilty of that. Yes, I have been very guilty of that. And when change is when changing, change often involves stepping into the unknown, which can create the anxiety and fear. And to overcome this, focus on the potential positive outcomes that the change can bring and embrace the opportunity for growth and learning that comes with the new experiences. So remember earlier in the hour, I talked about the message that I received about the death and the rebirth. And within that message, there was an affirmation that said, I allow myself to let go of the past in order to add energy to new beginnings. So in that saying alone is to let go of that past. Let go of that fear, that negative thought, and be excited for something new. Be excited for something new. Your comfort zone in being familiar. Many people resist change because they prefer to be comfortable and familiar with their surroundings, with their current situations. But then complain. I guess that's what gets me, is that, okay, so I'm about to go on a little spiel here, is that, and I've been guilty of that before, no longer, but I have been guilty of that before. I will be in my comfort zone of things that are familiar to me and will sit there, but will complain while I am sitting there in that situation. And studying myself to allow to just step out on faith and do something different. Because I keep doing the same thing and it keeps landing me right here. So why not change? So why not figure out what that unknown is? That's the only way you're going to find out. A fear of failure. A fear of failure. The fear of failure is making mistakes that can hold people back from embracing changes. That's why now my mindset is that these are no longer mistakes or failures. These are teachable moments for me. These are tools that allow me to take with me on my growth, or take it to that next chapter, or take it to me to that next project. So now I know what to do and what not to do. Because remember, I'm looking at it now as this is practice. We're practicing. A lack of confidence. These are common fears and resistance that we face with change, okay? A lack of confidence. So feeling uncertain or lacking confidence in the abilities can make change feel overwhelming. Build your self-confidence by setting small, achievable goals and celebrating each milestone along the way. If I can tell you how many conversations I've had with loved ones and clients that with the lack of confidence that would stop them dead in there, like would stop everything. A wall would come up. And can I be honest? That is a part of fear for me. That's another description, another adjective, another word for fear. Resistance to change. Sometimes people resist change because they feel it is being imposed upon them. To overcome this, try to understand the reason and the benefit behind the change. You know how they say when older people are that they set in their ways, and we just let older people be older people. Or I'm gonna get a little throwback on it. You know when they say like men are stubborn. Yeah, I said it. Men are stubborn. And so, you just gotta let men be men. Oh yeah, well, women be women. But sometimes you have to be willing to change, especially if you're complaining about your circumstances, especially if you're not happy or fulfilled in your life. So knowing that it's something that needs to change for you, and you need to acknowledge it. Overwhelm and resistance of letting go. Change often requires you letting go of old habits, beliefs, and attachments. And for me, this has been very challenging. But I have gotten through it, and I'm getting through it. I make myself accountable for it. I check myself. And I understand on how I can get through those. Take time to reflect on what you need to let go of and why it's necessary for your growth. Practice self-compassion and be patient with yourself during this transitional process. I am so patient with myself. I tell myself all the time is that, baby, it's going to take a minute. It's not going to happen overnight. And you are doing a phenomenal job, girl. You are doing a phenomenal job. A lack of support. Change can be easier if you can navigate with a support system and surround yourself with supportive individuals who believe in your ability to change and provide guidance and accountability. It's true. It's so very true. I sit in sometimes and look like, who is my support system? Meaning that will make me accountable. And I have several people that would. But let me say this, and I'm going to be very honest. Be careful on who you share your journey with. Because there are those, and I hate even speaking on this right now, but there are those that are they look at that as a weakness. They do. And instead of them being a support system in a positive way, I'm not talking about agreeing with what you're doing or saying everything you say, but can give you positive, constructive criticism without putting you down or making you feel less than. And you have people that out there that do that pretend to be your support system just to bring you down. And if anytime you feel that when you speak to a family member or a friend and they make you feel that way, you don't share not another with them ever again. Because now it showed their motive. So be very careful on when sharing that. And don't get so comfortable or comment like, well, that's what always happened. No. Stop that from happening ever again. Stop that pattern. Stop that, because it's not helping you at all. It's not helping you at all. Pray and ask them to be revealed. When they reveal themselves, pay attention to it and move on. I'm just saying. But I want you to remember that change is a natural part of life. And by acknowledging and addressing these fears and resistance, you can more effectively navigate through it and embrace growth and transformation. And with that lack of support, if you feel like I have nobody in my family or no close friends or any of that thing, I'm telling you, there are coaches out there. Hello. There are therapists out there. That will give you the tools, and not will be an ear and have you accountable for some of the goals that you set. And they don't have them, you know what I'm saying? They don't have any prejudice or any motives for you, but just for you to get better, because this is their job to do it. Y'all understand what I'm saying? All right. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about the tools and techniques for transformation and then navigating the challenges and overcome, all right? It's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x, here on the Season of Self-Love, and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike, Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
Welcome to the Season of Self-Love podcast with Nyomi Banks, where every day is a chance to embrace self-discovery and personal growth. Join Nyomi on a transformative journey, streaming exclusively on Spotify and Breaker. With daily episodes from Monday through Friday, podcast is your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and self-love. Dive deep into engaging conversations about self-care, mindfulness, and personal development. Nyomi brings you expert insights, practical tips, and uplifting stories from thought leaders in the field. Embark on a journey of self-discovery and unlock the power of self-love. Mark your calendars and tune in to the Season of Self-Love podcast, available every weekday on Spotify and Spreaker. Remember, it's time to prioritize yourself and embrace the beautiful season of self-love. Get inspired and join Nyomi Banks on the Season of Self-Love podcast.
All right, it's your girl, the Goddess NmW&x, here on the Season of Self-Love podcast. And today we're talking about transformation. Embrace change and transform into the person you inspire to be. And it's just time to embrace the change. So in 2024, that you can definitely be ready to dominate in every area and aspect of your life. The first few segments, we talk about understanding transformation, identifying your aspiration, and embracing change. In these next two segments, we're going to go real quickly because we're kind of getting short on time. We're going to talk about the tools and the techniques for transformation and how to navigate challenges and overcoming obstacles. And so for this segment right here, I want to dive into just some various tools and techniques that will aid you in your transformation, from self-reflection to journey to meditation and affirmation. But also these practices can significantly impact your personal growth. And I'll offer some practical advice and exercises so you can incorporate it into your journey and making a transformation a tangible and achievable process. And there are several tools and strategies that can aid in your personal transformation. And here are some practical advice and exercises as well that you can incorporate into your journey to make transformation a tangible and achievable process. One is goal setting. Set clear, specific, and achievable goals that align with your desired transformation, and break these goals down into smaller, actionable steps. We just talked about that in the last segment, and this is just a repeat to just confirm it. Self-reflection. Take time to self-reflect to gain insight into your current state and identify areas that need change. Positive affirmation, positive self-talk is much needed. Visualization. We talked about visualization yesterday and setting your intentions. But see, when you visualize yourself already having achieved your desired transformation, create a mental image of what this looks like and immerse yourself in the emotions and sensations associated with it. Visualization can help you stay motivated and align with your goals. Habit formation. Identify the habits that are hindering your transformation and replace them with new positive habits. Start small and focus on one habit at a time. Use cues, reminders, and accountability systems to support your habit formation. Seek support. Surround yourself with a supportive network of family and friends and mentors who can provide guidance, encouragement, and accountability. Join a community or groups Facebook groups and that has similar goals who can provide motivation and inspiration. A continuous learning, commit to lifelong learning and personal growth. Read books, listen to podcasts, take courses, attend workshops that are aligned with your transformation goals. And embrace failure and learn from those mistakes. Choices. Understand these are choices that you chose to make at that moment and at that time for whatever reason. But take whatever lessons that was shown to you in those choices and use those as tools, learning lessons for that next chapter in your life, or just to better yourself. It's about understanding that setbacks and failures are a part of the transformation process. Instead of letting them discourage you, view them as opportunities for learning and growth. Analyze what went wrong, make corrections, use the experience to improve moving forward. If I could tell you how many times I've let me say this, never in a million years would I have thought that I will be on what you call the forever yo-yo diet. Never, never, never. I've been 210 pounds, and I was back down to 180, then 175, then right back up, like just up and down, up, never. And it's so funny because I laugh. I said, dang, you wait till you like in your mid 40s to your early 50s to go through this yo-yo diet. But then what I had to do is I had to understand that as I got older, my body changes. You know, and I have to respect the change of what my body is going through and be gentle with myself and to adjust to that change. And that my desire to look like that might not no longer be possible. It might not even be healthy for me. So, you know, I've been doing this parasite cleanse. So it was 10 days on, and then I took 3 days off. I took 3 days off. It says to do 10 days on, then 2 days off. And so now I'm back on it now. I'm back on it. Like I said, I took 3 days off, and so I'm back on it now. And I was gonna do it 10 days in a row again, and you know, bring this out the rest of this year and going into the year of 2024. And I had to remind myself, this is not for me to lose weight. This is for me to just cleanse my body, to remove the parasites and the toxins from my body, so I can have less migraines or headaches, so I cannot feel so fatigued. So no, yes, I've been to the doctor. I've had CAT scans and everything, but they can't find anything. The one thing that they found is that I was anemic. I had hypertension and vitamin D3 deficiency. Okay. And I take my vitamins. I've taken salt out of my regular table salt. I've taken that out of my diet altogether. So I'm trying to do a more safer way of eating. So now my challenge is removing some of the good things that was, you know, just so good. What I can celebrate is that I haven't eaten chicken in over a year. It's been 16 months. It's been 16 months since the last time that I've eaten chicken. Now, the crazy thing is that my entire house, they still eat chicken. They just won't jump on a no chicken. They won't jump on that with me. They just won't. They just like, mm-mm. And I'm like, okay, I'm telling you what it says, but all right. So I'm probably, I'm not going to say it. I was going to say such a witness. I'm not going to say it. All right. So let's go on to the next segment. And the next segment is navigating challenges and overcoming obstacles. And as we know, transformation is not without its challenges, But in this segment, we will discuss common obstacles, the self-doubt, the fear of failure, which we talked about before. But also I will provide strategies of overcoming these hurdles and staying resilient in it. And the first one is, and I want to say this loud and clear, is self-compassion. Practice self-compassion by being kind and understanding towards yourself. Recognize that everyone experiences self-doubt and fear of failure. So even though, just say, for instance, you've been doing so good, so good, and then all you wake up one morning and it's just not a good morning. It's just not a good when you just feel, your self-doubt is just there in rare form. You doubting any and everything. You're second-guessing yourself. It's okay. It's okay. Find a place where you can go and just, sit in your emotions for that moment. And then celebrate. And what I say celebrate is celebrate that you are acknowledging it. And your willingness to want to stop that, to change it, to fix it. Challenge your negative thoughts. Identify and challenge negative thoughts that contribute to your self-doubt and fear of failure. So when that does happen, go to a quiet place, pull out your journal, and say, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Right where why you feel this way. And then I'm so serious when I say this. And then you say, you know what? Thank you for that. Because what I'm doing right now is I'm acknowledging my feelings on what I feel right now. But I can overcome this. Set realistic expectations for yourself in your journey. Understand that setbacks and failures are a normal part of life. Like I just said, you could have had 20 good ass days, and that one day you wake up and you like, why? And it's okay. That don't mean that you just fell off. Acknowledge that. And find out why. What's happening? What triggered it? What's going on? Why are you feeling this way? And if it's something that you can't help yourself, then you go seek help. Celebrate the small wins. Like I said, when you wouldn't even acknowledge that it's something different, and instead of going down that rabbit hole of depression, you acknowledge it. And then you're searching to find why. What's that trigger? And when you do that, it helps cultivate a growth mindset. Adopt a growth mindset, which focuses on continued learning and improvement. Take actions despite of fear. Take small steps towards your goal. And even if you feel afraid or uncertain, still do it. Still do it. Practice mindfulness. Engage in mindfulness practice such as meditation and deep breathing exercises to stay present and calm in the face of self-doubt and fear. I want you to remember that personal transformation is a journey, and it's normal to experience self-doubt and fear along the way. But applying these strategies consistently and with patience, you can overcome these hurdles and stay resilient on your path of transformation. Again, I want to thank you all. We're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you all for continuing to share this space with me. And I just pray that you take some key takeaways from this show. By embracing change and embarking on a transformational journey is a profound act of self-love. And I encourage you to take that first step today. Again, I want to thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. And your feedback and your stories and your insights are always welcome. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, rate, review our podcast, and don't hesitate to reach out with your thoughts. So I want you to stay tuned for our upcoming episodes, and remember that each day is a new opportunity to grow, transform, and love yourself a little bit more than you did yesterday. All right? Have a good one. Thank you for listening to the Season of Self-Love podcast. If you have any questions or would like to connect with us, you can follow us on social media. Just search for the Season of Self-Love on Instagram. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to email us at elevateme9999@gmail.com. And remember, you are worthy of love, growth, and happiness. So keep shining bright, and I'll see you tomorrow for another episode of the Season of Self-Love. Be good to one another and yourselves, and always keep it sexy. Sending light, love, and prayers.